Hello and good morning, friends. I'm a little tired. I was up late last night on the hunt with Tony Sanders and his awesome crew, but I'm excited to be here with you guys this morning. Lots of fun stuff going down, and happy Saturday, everybody. Everyone is asleep in my house, so I'm trying not to raise my voice too much. Hopefully, you can hear me okay. I'm doing my Cole's Comic Claims voice as best I can. But let's say hello to some friends in the chat and shout out some awesome folks because I got some crazy fun stuff to share with you guys today. We got Kevin, Entropy in Comics. Kevin, what's going on? I met a friend yesterday from your neck of the woods, meaning our kind of neck of the woods. Works in Torrance, I think lives in Glendale. He goes by Adam Makes Stuff Up here on YouTube, so you might see him in the chats. But Adam and I met up at a comic shop in Fullerton and had a little hangout and talked books. Really cool guy. So we got to all three of us, I think, meet up at some point. SVaughn in the chat. What is going on? His link is in the description of this video because he sent me this right here, and I'm going to unbox it in just a second. You guys will not believe it. You'll dig it. Trust me. Yes, let's go. Tennessee. What's going on? Good morning. What is going on, Tony? The old wolf is saying hi to everybody in the chat. What's going on, Tony? We got Miss So in the chat, who is apparently working on some creative endeavors. I'm very excited for you, Miss So. We will miss you on Instagram when you get into that, but we hope to still see you in chats and enjoy your great sense of humor. We got Paul Big O. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well, Paul. JP is listening while driving, so that's a nice role reversal because I was listening to the Whatever Report while driving last night. What's up, brother John? Good morning to you. Hope your day's getting started right. He said, awesome, John, get out of the house and is meeting people. I try. Addicts is my second channel, so I can keep the name. There you go. Ooh, I'm hearing birds on the roof. Sorry. Clearly, there's some crows flying around this morning. So good morning, everybody. Before I get too deep into the weeds here, I want to mention the GoFundMe for our friend Jennifer. Comics Will Break Your Heart. For those that are unaware, Jennifer is dealing with cancer, and it's incredibly challenging thing she's going through. She's having trouble paying all the medical bills and stuff that's coming in, as is the tragic state of our country right now. And she has a GoFundMe set up, and this community is incredible. They basically almost got halfway in like a handful of days. We've almost gotten half of her total already. So amazing way that our community rallies. And it's not just if I don't, donate money, that I'm not helping. You can help by sharing it. You can put the link in any of your videos. If you make videos, you can, if you're a wrench on another channel, you can ask if you can share the link there. There's so many ways that we can support Jennifer in this really challenging time that she's going through, because that's what our community does. That's the best of our community right there. So there's the GoFundMe link. It's also in the description of this video as well. So you can link it, you can copy, share it, you can do whatever you can to support this amazing lady. Let's see. I missed some people. What's going on here? There's Adam. I was just talking about Adam. So I hung out with Adam last night at the Comic Book Hideout in Fullerton. And I was just mentioning, Adam, that that my buddy Kevin, Entropy in Comics, is a neighbor to the north, that you guys probably are not too far from each other. We got to rally at some point. Just woke up. Yeah, I'm just waking up. I was on a late show last night. What is going on, Just a Rican? What is going on, Rod? Good to see you this morning, sir. We got Terry the Bronze Page Comics. What's going on? Good morning. Yeah, so those that don't know, I was on the hunt. Tony Sanders competition wrestling show last night, comic wrestling, not actual wrestling, and I won. I am the hunt champion right now. I got the next 7 days to lord it over Cali Comics, who really was kicking my rear. So you got to watch to see how I ended up pulling out the victory, because I'm going to tell you right now, Steve Whiting is going to be upset because I dropped some amazing Avengers books on Cali, and he just shrugged those Avengers books off like they were nothing. I I thought I had him. I thought I had him on the ropes. I thought it was no challenge. And I slabbed that guy hard. Didn't matter. He came back with some amazing books too. And so it was me and Callie in the championship match. If you want to see how it went down, jump over to Tony Sanders' channel later and catch that replay because it was a lot of fun. I also caught up this morning on all of my comics. I've got 6 new issues here. But before I do any of that, I'm going to, because SVaughn is in the chat, I'm going to unbox what he sent me because I think you guys are going to dig this. So let me, I pre-cut everything just so that it was ready. He got a letter. He says, John, I hooked you up sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. You can tell. I hooked it up for you, my brother. Inside and he lists what's inside. I won't read it all. I even threw an extra character and some extra things inside. Keep doing what you're doing, SVaughn. And then he signed it, SVaughn 82. His channel link is down below, but you guys know him. You guys all know. You all know it. King Johnfrey reigns supreme. He does. King Johnfrey was back. That horrible British accent was back. I try to make it as bad as possible, but who knows? Did you win with an X-Men book? That's a great question, Tony. I don't think I played a single mutant comic, which could explain why I was struggling so much. Maybe people expected it from me, but I did play a ton of Marvel and only one DC book. We'll see. All right, so first out of the bag. First out, I should have pre-cut these. I didn't realize. I think. Oh, I need my blade. What am I thinking? This is Scott from Hoarder's Hide. He sent me this blade, this John's Comics blade. I am a sucker, a fan of Lego minifigures, and so is SVaughn 82. I'm gonna leave that ready. And he was opening a bunch of these minifig sets, and he was like, "Hey, do you want any of these doubles? I got a few extras here." And I was like, "What did you get?" And he was like, "Here, take it." I think this is the Werewolf by Night. Yeah. So cool. Love it. So there's the Werewolf by Night. You can see his little. I love these. The minifigures are so freaking cool. What's up, Michael, in the chat? Good morning, Michael. How you doing? I do love Marvel mini. I say Lego minifigures in general. Oh, these are so cute. And it comes with a little guide to all the minifigures in this series because it's like a blind bag kind of thing. So there's a whole list of different minifigures in this set. And as you can see, there's definitely some characters that your boy is a big fan of. Yes, I got all the little accessories because the Werewolf by Night has like the crystals, right? Isn't that what they are? It's so funny. I love this stuff. And then that little thing goes in there. There's like a little. I'm gonna have trouble attaching it. That's what she said. All right. I love it. We'll put it right back there. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I got the Beast here. Ooh. Make sure you cut away from yourself, John. Don't cut towards yourself. Oh my gosh. I love this. Beast looks fantastic. He's even got I love it. He's even got a coffee cup. Beast is having his coffee. He's even got an X. It's a mutant X comic coffee cup. Love it. So good. This is the kind of attention to detail we need more of in life. Oh my God, I love it. Ooh. I don't want to lose any pieces. I'm trying to be very good about it. Be a good boy. Don't lose your pieces. Oh my gosh. I try to display them a lot because I love having them. Oh, so here's a Wolverine with the Sentinel. Logan, I love it. Come here, get your head on here, Logan. Get your head on straight, Logan. There's Logan. You can add his claws on, or if you take his mask off, you can put his crazy hair on. Somebody was telling me that, or I saw a video that Lego minifigures, their hands are just the right size to hold your cords for charging your phone. So you could like create a whole stand of them holding your charging cord if you're always losing it down on the side of the bed. Minifigures could hold that for you. And Logan comes with a slashed sentinel head. I love it. It's so good. I love it. I love it all. It's so good. These are awesome, brother. Thank you so much for hooking me up, man. This is freaking cool. And then we got, yes, the Queen of the Night right here. Yes, Queen. Oh, yeah. So cool looking. You know he hooked me up with Storm. You know he did. Heck yeah. And it's the white suit Mohawk Storm, which is freaking cool. And she's got the lightning bolts in her hands. Oh my gosh. Yes. And I don't have a Mohawk Storm. I've got most of the Storms I've got are like the traditional one or the 90s one. Like those are the classic ones. Oop, her hair just popped off. Come back. Let me set all this down. She's so cool. Yes. That is dope. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Yes. I didn't put the trash can near me like I should have. Got it over there. All right. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch more in here, gang. There's still 3 more. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Oh, this is oh shoot. He's gonna have to remind me who this is. So firstly, I've got Ant-Man, which I love. It's the like super tiny Ant-Man. We have from the Civil War set, we have the like Ant-Man that's like this big, and then we have the regular Ant-Man. So now we've got the mini, the tiny Ant-Man. I love it. And the guy with the sword. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to remember who this is. He looks like a mummy. I'm forgetting. It's not one of the knights, right? Oh, this is Gore the God Butcher. Duh. What's up, Kevin, in the chat? What's going on, Kevin? That's Gore. He's got the sword. Yeah, that's Gore the God Butcher. And I'm going to put Scott Lang on his head. So now he's got Scott Lang on his head. That's so good. This stuff just makes you a kid again. And I love it. I just love it. It's the best. Because why be an adult? Adulting is lame. 0 out of 10 stars. Adulting is lame. Ooh, this is Moon Knight. Yes. He's got a cape. I got to get the cape out. If Z shows up this morning, he's going to be like, dude, I thought you were opening all those DVDs. I'm like, well, I got the Legos first, man. Legos first. Oh, this is cool. So he's got a cape. Yes, Moon Knight looks cool. He's even got the little like blades that he uses. Oh my gosh. Wow. A lot. Whoa. A lot of work went into the Moon Knight figure. I'll tell you right now. The Moon Knight figure is definitely geared. Oh, sorry. He is cool. He's got a helmet, and you can flip it around and get the like normal face, or you can get the masked face. But who would ever want the normal face? You want the masked face, man. I liked the Moon Knight show. I know that it got mixed reviews. I really enjoyed the Moon Knight show. And I think the next one was my favorite character from the Moon Knight show, Mr. Knight, the British version, right? That was like, oh, just a a bit of a putz maybe to start, but then became cool by the end. Oh, and his fish, his goldfish. Yeah, Mr. Knight and his goldfish. And he's got the batons. I love it. All right. Mr. Knight in his like suit. I love it. Oh, and I should put the goldfish next to him, I guess. Move him over on his little stand. Yeah, sorry, it's not focusing as well as I would love, but block my ugly face. So cool. Yes. Brother, that was freaking cool, man. I appreciate you doing that, sir. You did not have to go. That was above and beyond for sure. So many cool minifigures, and you know that I don't have any of the mutants the way that you get like the sets I've got of Wolverine. I have Wolverine and Beast and Storm, but not like this. They're way cooler in these designs. This is the cool designs for sure. So that, yeah, these are new character designs. It's a mini, it's like I think they're blind bags, if I'm not mistaken, these minifigs. You can get Agatha, you could get the Werewolf by Night guys, you can get looks like, is it Shang-Chi maybe, and Hawkeye, the two Hawkeyes from the Hawkeye show, She-Hulk. It's a lot of the TV show characters, basically. And so you basically don't know what you'll get. And so what happens, I think, sometimes is people end up with doubles, minifig doubles. Hopefully you got, and I don't know, hopefully you got all the ones you wanted. I don't know if there's any you're looking for. Maybe there's other people in the community opening the same blind bags who have doubles of the ones you need. Good morning, Wellbore. How you doing, sir? So yes, that was the unboxing from SVaughn 82. And I put the link for his channel down below. So please make sure you're subbing up and supporting somebody so awesome, because that was so cool. That was so nice of you to do that. The other unboxing, I'm going to save for a second because I don't see that Z is in the chat yet. So I will wait till Thomas makes it. I'm going to use this time to share the new comic book day books for this week. Vaughn says, I got all except Kate Bishop Hawkeye. So if you are unboxing these two, and I know my man JD, the Raging Cajun, is one of the major Lego minifig guys too. So he might be unboxing these. If you have a double of Kate Bishop Hawkeye, this is the guy to check in with. If you're in the Tennessee area, even easier, you could just hand them off at an LCS or something like that. So that would be fantastic. So good luck on Kate Bishop. I got 6 comic books this week, 6 new issues, and I will say the books were so much better than last week. I was really disappointed by the books last week. Maybe I was just in a bad mood. I don't know. But this week, lots of really good books, and we're gonna make this guy wait because he's being snarky in the attitude. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna make him go first. Of course, I read issue number 1 of Wonder Woman by Tom King, and I got this foil cover. She's jumping into battle, looking all boss, and this was a very good comic. This was a very good issue 1. In fact, both of the issue 1s, actually all 3. I got 3 issue 1s this week, and I enjoyed all of them. But let's stick to the lady at hand here. Tom King sets up a mystery, a murder at the beginning, or a series of murders, and the government decides to blame the Amazonians and banish them from the United States. And they create a task force led by this character. I think his name is Steel, which I'm a little upset because the Steel I knew was Shaquille O'Neal. This is not this guy. and they basically are going to try to apprehend any Amazons who sneak into the country or are here illegally. Of course, Diana is not just going to roll over and take this. She's going to solve the mystery and figure out what's really going down. And the fight sequence in the snowy graveyard is just phenomenal. Really well done. Lots of good story stuff going on as well, but that fight scene in the graveyard is really, really good. And so there's a ton of variants out here, a ton of options for you for cover wise. I know that Art Germ did a really great cover. It's just something about this foil. I don't buy foil covers a lot, mostly because of this. Like, they look so much cooler in person than they ever photograph or look good on streams. So I didn't think that through. This time. I just saw the foil variant and was like, that's cool. I want that. So yes, I definitely will be getting the second issue of Tom King's story here on Wonder Woman. I can't remember the artist, Sam Pierre. I don't know that I know that individual. So this is the first time seeing their artwork that I can recall, but they really nailed it. They did a great job. The artwork is very strong. Foiled again. Haha. I see what you did there. So that is the first number one that I read this week. I did a video on another number one this week. I really had a fun time with the Uncanny Spider-Man. This is Nightcrawler hiding out in New York and pretending to be a Spider-Man variant, which is, if you really think about the Marvel Universe, is a really clever way to hide. There are enough Spider-Man variants. He's just going to blend right in. That's New York is crawling with wall crawlers, right? This was kind of fun and funny. A great use of the writer Cy Spurrier and his continuing story of Nightcrawler, because he's written Nightcrawler across basically the entire Hickman run. So for the last 3 years, anything with Nightcrawler, Cy Spurrier has basically been writing it. So I'm glad to see that he's getting to continue that here. This was a very solid book that I was very entertained by. And I loved Way of X, which was the first Cy Spurrier Nightwing miniseries. I think it was like 6 issues. Maybe Vaughn knows. I think it was like 6. And then he launched into Legion of X, where he was basically surrounded by a team, including Legion. And that was not as good, but still entertaining. Still very good. Not great. This feels more like Way of X. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. And there's a fun cameo at the end. So Spider-Man fans, like from me and then from the 90s, will be pumped on the little cameo at the end. It's not a typical villain reveal final page, but it does set up maybe an antagonist of sorts. The other issue number one this week is my read of the week. It's my favorite book I read this week, and I got to take it out of the bag because it came with an odd little cover piece. This writer has been Philip Kennedy Johnson has been doing a great job lately. So this is John Stewart in the new series Green Lantern War Journal, and I loved this book. I thought this book was fantastic, and the artwork was really good. I don't know this person, Montos. Let me see if I can get a first name for you there. Apologies that I didn't remember that in advance, but there's some really creepy, like, zombie artwork going on here. Really cool stuff. I thought this was great. So the artist is just Montos. Sorry, he's a one name, just a single name. It's a glow in the. Oh, that's why it's got the little cut. It's a glow in the dark cover. I just thought it was cool because of the dog tags. I thought the dog tag covers were great. Yes, I am the same way, Chris. I have given up on the other Green Lantern book. It's not good. Maybe it's just because it's Hal. This issue 1, though, is phenomenal. What is going on, Roscoe? Good morning to you, my man. But this was easily my read of the week. I thought there was some powerful emotional stuff. Seeing John and his mother, who's going through dementia, and he's trying to help her, and he's at home with her. I thought it was beautiful. The scary stuff in outer space was amazing. And then my favorite part were these 2 pages right at the beginning, where you get to see John. driving his car at a red light, low on gas, remembering the days when he could just fly anywhere and go wherever he wanted to go, digging in the yard, doing daily yard work, thinking back to battling entire planets full of aliens and saving people. And you can see that he's a man struggling with his place in the world. And I think Kennedy Johnson and Montos capture it really beautifully and don't need any dialogue to do it. Those 2 pages are just completely silent and really use the visual medium perfectly. So I'm going to say, yes, there was a great Jang cover. I just couldn't resist the dog tags. I thought the dog tag cover was really interesting and different. So this is definitely my read of the week, and I'm going to probably make a video on how good this issue is. If you're a Green Lantern fan at all, you should check it out. If you like John Stewart at all, I think that character, I think he's my favorite Lantern. So I've always really liked the way DC has used him, whether it's in the animated, Justice League versions or in comics. I've always really liked the way that they've used John Stewart. This seems to be a really great pairing of character, artist, and writer. So I'm very happy about that. The last few books I have one X book for, I'll mention, I know Chaos is like 3 weeks behind. I finally caught up. I've been enjoying Dark X-Men. I think it's an interesting series, and this was a great second issue. So I've been enjoying that. I'm perfect. Robert, you exist on a plane of intelligence way above and beyond me, because anytime I bust out a gorgeous redheaded woman, Robert's in the chat. It's like a dog whistle. I don't know what it is. The second I hold up a gorgeous redhead cover, Robert's like, "Morning. What's up? I'm here. Talk." So here you go, Robert. This is Dark X-Men. For those that are fans of Madeline Pryor and that whole storyline, she is leading an X-Men team now. And these 2 issues are definitely for people like me who grew up with Madeline Pryor and the Goblin Queen and all those storylines. Getting to see a team led by her. No Professor X, no Cyclops, no Storm. It's Maddie Pryor, Havoc, and just Gambit and Maggot and some very odd X-Men characters. So if you want an offbeat X-Men book, that is the one. That one is working, and it just launched, so it's 2 issues in. You can easily catch up on that one. No worries. We got Brian LCS in the chat. Where did you go? There's Brian. I just barely jumped in on breakfast this morning with Brian, so thanks for always shouting everybody out and for encouraging everybody. And Brian is obviously a big part of what's going on for Comics Curing Cancer and all the great events that we're doing in this community. So good morning, Brian, and thank you for all that you do, sir. Let's see here. I'm just making sure you are up on all the gorgeous redheads in comics. I want to make sure you got everything you need. The last 2 books I got this week are my Tom Taylor books. Of course, I got Titans and Nightwing. I mean, Nightwing just continues to be a lot of fun, a very enjoyable, old school comic book read. Like, it just feels like an old school fun comic read. And this issue is the same. There's a whole like pirate captain thing going on now in this comic, so very fun. This book, Titans, also very entertaining. The final panel in this, it's disturbing. And I mentioned it in the chat on JP's whatever report last night. The final panel of Titans is disturbing. Just know it going in that you're going to be creeped out at the very end, but still very good. So those are all my 6 new books this week. I enjoyed all of them. Have a great day, Roscoe. Appreciate you, sir. I think it's time to get into the main event. The main event is an unboxing from Thomas Zub. I'm gonna mess up his name, and I apologize. For those that have seen behind me on my show for quite a while, for a year now, is this box cover by Thomas Z, the Z-Man. And I put the link to his channel down below. You can find him on Instagram as well. He's an artist. He's super talented. He's always doing things for the community. He donated this box to, I can't remember if it was Remy Q. It might have been DJ Links. He donated this mystery box full of stuff. And for me, the best part of the box was the cover that he had drawn. I mean, this SVaughn, I'm not even a SVaughn fan, but I've had this behind me for my shows for like the last year because it's so good. So I just cut it off of the box. I'm like, I'm not throwing this away. You spent serious time on this. This is fantastic. What's up, Stu? Good morning to you, sir. So cool. So cool. Yes, lots of tentacles, Robert. Sorry, lots of tentacles, Robert. Nightwing was fighting a Kraken. So he mentioned to me back in January when he saw me unboxing a bunch of DVDs that my dad was going to throw away. He was like, "Hey, I've got some DVDs." I totally forgot. I gave him my address, and now 6 months later, he sent me a massive collection of his DVDs that he's like trying to clear out of his house. He told me, like, you might have these already. You don't need to keep the doubles or anything you don't want, but here it is. And it is an entire box full. So we're going to sort through it right now together and see if there's anything that I need to add to my collection. But he also sent a little box on top here. And so I don't know what's in that. So we'll see what we got here. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. He did a Wolverine to go with my SVaughn. Look at that. That is fantastic. Wow. Just a really great style and super talented. Super talented. Thank you again, Thomas, for this. Very kind of you, sir. Let's see if I can put it here next to... Oh. I may need some blue painters taped behind it. If I got my blue painters, yeah. I'm going to tape that up so that it doesn't fall down. A little something behind it just to tape it up here. There we go. Boom. So cool. And the Spawn's on that side, and we're all set. Oh, my goodness. So it is packed, and I have a feeling that what I'm going to have I've got a fairly decent sized DVD collection. So I'm going to get some doubles out of here, but let's see what's in the box here. Oop. He sent some comics too. He sent me some comic books. This guy, what's he doing? I'm fairly sure he's going to donate some stuff for Comics Curing Cancer this year as well. So be ready. Stop by for 1 minute, John. What is going on, Michael? Good morning, sir. I still have your box. It's in my car. I keep driving by the post office and not mailing it. That's the kind of slacker that I am. Painter's tape slayed. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, Cable and Bishop. They're in a series together now, by the way. I might have this issue. I think I do. Oop. Spider-Man. Ooh, and he's fighting. What's her name again? Marrow. Yeah, that's what it is. Marrow. She's an X-Men character, if you don't know. Peter Parker Spider-Man. I don't know this run. I don't think I've read that run. Oh, this is those Fantastic Four covers that are like, what's that called? Not embossed. What is it? That's supposed to be the Human Torch, I think. Yeah. I wonder if it's like, what is in the back? Yeah, it's just a normal back, but the front is the raised. I'm half the reason John made it to the post office. Never made it. No, it's been in my car a long time, Adam. Long time. We got Man Called Nova, issue 19. Look at that. Who's he fighting? Black Light Beam. No, sorry. His Black Light Beam. Oh, Blackout is that character. I don't know that I've read any Nova. I have the first appearance of Nova. I've never, I just got it over the years. Return of the Jedi. I had this as a kid. Dude, I had this as a kid. The final issue, the showdown between Vader and Luke. Yeah, I had this as a kid for sure. Let's see here. And lastly, X-Men issue 39. And this is the Andy Kubert era. I can't tell what's happening on that cover. Is it? Maybe it's a wraparound. I don't know. Nope. A lot of stuff going on there. I can't quite tell. Just a jumble of muscles and spikes and pouches. Probably the 90s. Did not have to do that, Thomas. I appreciate you, sir. And now we're going to get into this. Now we're going to get into this box. So I'm just going to grab a pile off of the top here, and we'll kick it off, folks. Let's see what we got. Spaceballs. I mean, obviously, I'm a Mel Brooks fanboy. I'm not sure if I might not own Spaceballs yet. I know I've seen it with the girls, but I'm going to put that in the I think I don't own it pile. Of course, I own Batman Begins. Great movie. Absolutely fantastic. Lord of the Rings, of course. And I think I even I've got this and I've got the extended editions, but you know I'm a Lord of the Rings guy. You know I got that one. Merchandising. Ooh, Pierce Brosnan, Die Another Day. I do not have this one. I don't think I've shown the girls any. No, we watched GoldenEye. I think that's the only Pierce Brosnan Bond film I've watched with them. So I'll save that one. Gold member. We've watched all of these movies, but I don't think I own the third one. So that one I'm going to add to my collection there. Jim Carrey's Christmas Carol. I'm not a fan of this animation. The Robert Zemeckis. It's not a big fan of that one. The Berry Fest Princess movie. You know I've got this one all written up. Seabiscuit. Great movie. I definitely own this one. Classic. Ooh, some old school Shirley Temple. 4 fun-filled comedies starring America's Little Princess. What do we got? Which ones? It's War Babies, 1932. Kid in Africa, no date given. Dora's Dunkin' Donuts, and Pardon My Pups. A little old school joy there. Ooh, I just watched this for the first time. I'll grab another big stack. I just watched this for the first time with the girls the other day. Talladega Nights, the unrated, uncut version. We do not own it, so we streamed it. So that one's going in the keeper pile for sure. Harrison Ford and NH. I really just not a good movie. Not a good combo. They really did not have chemistry. Talk about two actors not knowing the assignment. not aware of the assignment. I was enjoying this show until John lied about not owning Die Another Day. Every home comes with 2 copies. What's up, Tyler? BCC was on the hunt last night. That was a very exciting game. Much appreciated, sir. And yeah, hunt champion. I got 1 week to celebrate and then hopefully hold it down against John again. So be ready for that. Is this the new Hellboy? No, this is the original Hell. This was the first Hellboy movie. The one that, what's his name? Guillermo del Toro did. I have not shown this to the girls, and we do not own this. So this is definitely staying here. Special sneak preview. All right. I've not shown them that. They haven't seen it. I was joking with my daughters that I hate this movie. I saw it in the theater 3 times because I was a teenager and it was the only thing in the theaters, and everybody I wanted to hang out with over the weekend wanted to see it. So I saw it on Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, the same weekend 3 times. It's not good. Matthew Broderick. I don't know what happened. Great movie. I definitely own this. Absolutely. Ocean's 11. Really entertaining. Great movie. Little Rascals. Definitely have that one. The girls have seen it. I never really tried watching the original shows. Return to Neverland. I think some of these my girls might have grown out of, although they're definitely ready for Barbie Island Princess. Definitely ready for that one. Ooh, Backdraft. This was a classic 90s movie, like super 90s. It had a Lesser Baldwin brother in it. Ron Howard at the helm. I need to rewatch this one. I just remember loving the De Niro Donald Sutherland storyline. That was like the storyline I thought was most interesting because it was basically a Hannibal Lecter-esque kind of thing. Lord of War. I don't think I've ever seen this movie. Yeah, I want to say it's by Andrew Niccol, who did Gattaca. So I might need to watch that for myself. And I got this movie. Great movie. What's up, Eric Huffman in the chat? John succumbs to peer pressure. Don't be hating on me, brother. Don't be hating on me. Give me a hard time. Got to watch out for that lasso in the chat. The lasso of truth. Dropping truth bombs. All right. I'll grab another couple of stacks here and see what we get. I was just talking about this movie with my man Dan, Comic Chop News, the other day. Sorry, I'm like bumping the box and probably making awful noises. Great movie, great performances. I absolutely own that one. The Sicilian with Christopher Lambert. I've never even heard of this movie. Terrence Stamp and John Turturro. Anybody know this movie? Before The Godfather, there was The Sicilian. Let's see who directed it. Michael Cimino directed it. He's the guy that did Deer Hunter and Heaven's Gate. But I have never heard of this. Anybody? If you know anything about that one, definitely tell me now. A 3-disc set on the Mafia. An expose on the Cosa Nostra. Yes. This is a great edition of the movie 7, this Platinum Series edition. I have the same set. That is a great movie. A lot of talk about Backdraft. JP says, never watched Backdraft. Will never watch it with a firefighter. My dad commented the whole time. So my my father-in-law, my wife's dad, was a fire captain. Same critiques. Always ripping that movie and always talking about like, how is he coming out of a burning fire carrying the kid in his arm with his jacket unbuttoned? It's just like flapping like a cape in the wind. It looks cool. That's why. It looks cool, Dad. Deal with it. The Sicilian is part of the Godfather trilogy. It came out in the late 80s. So it's part of the Godfather. They made like so it's Mario Puzo, but it's not. Look at the knowledge. Gore Vidal always dropping knowledge here, but it's not Coppola. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna add it to the I need to watch this maybe phase. Is it any good? Is it any good, Gore, or is it like don't ever watch this? I don't think I own Cliffhanger, but it's a great movie, great Stallone movie. I'm definitely keeping that one. Of course, I own Collateral. Great movie. I don't own King of New York. I haven't seen it in a really long time. I think Lawrence Fishburne's in this. Old school gangster movie. City Hall. I'm not a big fan of this movie. I think I saw it in the theater. Good morning, Chelsea. One love. Happy Saturday to you. Good morning, Phil. Happy Saturday. City by the Sea. Okay, so I've never owned this, so I'm glad I have a copy of it now. I'm not a mega Scorsese fan, but apparently I've got two. I am all set. Do they both have the discs in it? They do. This one is scratched to heck and gone. Let's see how this one's doing. This one's a little better off, so I'm going to keep this one. Finally have a copy of the Goodfellas. What is up? Bueller's in the chat. What's going on, Bueller? Happy Saturday to you, sir. Good to see you. Yes, King of New York is a classic. Classic. All right. I do own Insomnia. This is the American version. Obviously, Stellan Skarsgård is in the is it Norwegian version? Sorry. Heist. This is a solid heist movie, right? A solid crime movie. Good cast. I'm not keeping this. I'm not a Wahlberg. Wahlberg and I not a big fan. I do own this one. Great movie. Sleepers. Underappreciated. Amazing cast. Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I think I just bought this recently because we were talking about Robert Rodriguez and I hadn't seen it, so I bought it. I'm going to double check. I'm going to put it in the questionable pile. Were No Angels. I didn't find this movie very funny. Maybe other people remember. I didn't really enjoy that one. I don't own Insomnia. I live it. Says Lasso. We do together. And I've got the Cocoon double feature, 1 and 2. Get some Gutenberg goodness. I'm going to add those because I don't own those. So I'm going to add those to my pile. Okay. Another giant set here. Let's see. Let's just keep rolling. I definitely own the whole trilogy that Nolan did. Great movie. So look, there's the other 2. So I've got all 3 here in the pile. The Best of Will Ferrell on Saturday Night Live. I think Kate might enjoy that. I'm going to add that over here. Kate might laugh a lot at that. This was an odd movie. I love both of these actors, but this was a weird. This movie felt like what happens when egos get in the way of a movie. It just didn't work for me. You know I own this movie. You know I own that movie. I don't have this. This is definitely going in the collection. I need that. On the Waterfront. Great classic. Let's see what we got here. For the Love of the Game. Now, my brothers tease me because I like most anything Kevin Costner does. But this is just a little too cheesy for me. It's just not, it's like when a movie gets so saccharine sometimes. This movie just didn't work for me. I usually like his stuff. Like Draft Day is a way better movie than For Love of the Game. I don't know. Yeah, not a great adaptation. Not a great adaptation of the Jack the Ripper story. Of course I own this. You know I own that. Of course I own X2. You know I own that. I got to check to see if our copy of Despicable Me is scratched. Let me see how this one is. Well, it's actually not. This is Mermaidia. It's a different. That's not what I was hoping would be in there. If I find Mermaidia, I can check to see. Now I know. I got to look inside of these before I donate them. Make sure I got the right movies inside. What is up, everybody in the chat? How's it going? We got Me, Myself, and Irene here. Radio. This was a powerful movie, and I've seen it many times, much like Remember the Titans. Both good sports movies. I think both based on true stories. I don't know how to talk about this movie. Mermaidia is better than Despicable Me. What's 2 more to own, right? Swordfish. Yeah, let's keep walking. Bronx Tale. Very good movie. Is it actually? Let's see if it's in there. I'm going to check now every time. I'm going to double check. I think De Niro directed this, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, and Chaz Palminteri wrote it. I did not realize that part. I'm going to keep that one. I don't remember ever watching this. State of Grace. Anybody know that one? State of Grace. Sounds familiar, but it's not ringing any bells for me. It's the cast that's making me question that. I'm going to put that in the question mark pile there. All right. Let's dig deep again. Oh, he's got another copy of From Hell. Oh. Another copy of Johnny Depp's From Hell. What's up, Comic Journey? What's going on, sir? How you doing, CJ? Yeah, another Harrison Ford ego trip movie that just didn't work out. I don't know what they were trying to make, but it didn't come across on screen. Meh. Wedding Planner. I have a really nice version of Apocalypse Now. I bought a Blu-ray a couple of years ago, so I'm good on Apocalypse Now. Who's Harry Crumb? Not a bad John Candy movie. Not a great one, not a bad one. I like G.I. Jane a lot more than most people, I think. I thought I was very entertained by this. Viggo Mortensen, underappreciated in this movie. In fact, if it weren't for her recent boob job, I think Viggo would have been the most memorable part of G.I. Jane. Viggo's phenomenal in that. I own Catch Me If You Can. Very underappreciated Spielberg movie. I do not own Police Academy. How's the disc here? Oh, it's got a lot of smudging on it. could be salvageable. Come on, John. Pull out a Supergirl movie with Helen Slater. So good. Yeah. We'll give it a try. Highly inappropriate 80s sex comedy, Police Academy. We'll give it. We'll see how it works. We'll see what's going on. Oh. All right. Next pile. The Pope of Greenwich Village. Sorry. I remember seeing this so long ago. Daryl Hannah, Mickey Rourke, Eric Roberts, all the people you don't want in your movie in one movie together. I gotta set something down. I'm gonna put these over here. Intolerable Cruelty was a Coen Brothers failure. And I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. But it's a divorce comedy. I'm gonna watch it again just to see if I really did hate it. Smoking Aces. This is an underappreciated movie. Ultra violent, inappropriate, but not a bad movie at all. I'm gonna hold on to that one. I don't have a copy of that. I believe it or not, I do not own a copy of Taxi Driver. It's a movie that I really never really wanted to rewatch, but it's well done, a very powerful movie. Maybe it's worth having now, so I'm going to add it to my collection for that reason. Catch Me If You Can, another based on a true story. I'm a sucker for. Yeah, for sure. Police Academy, perfectly inappropriate. That's a good description, CJ. Good description. First one is the only good one for Police Academy. The rest are rough. That's true of most comedy sequels, right? The only exception would be Christmas Vacation, I think. Excuse me. The Fan. Lesser. Score. I do not have this, and I need a copy of Dogma. Kevin Smith's religious opus with a huge cast, like a phenomenal buck wild cast. Yeah. Any movie that has Alan Rickman listed like 7th, I'm down for. This movie was really entertaining, and I really enjoyed it. I'm trying to get it out of the slip sleeve here. The cardboard case, just to make sure. Oh, that's the movies video. So it's got the... Where's the movie, though? This is bothering me. Disc 1. Okay, because it's Disc 1 and Disc 2. Okay, so I think it's still the movie, even though they don't say Dogma on them. I think it's just because it's a special edition. It's got the other stuff. So hopefully that is the movie. Starting to worry me a little bit. Double check this stuff. Never tried this television show. I like Duchovny. Anybody a Californication fan? Should I hold on to that one? I definitely have Saving Private Ryan. Flight of the Phoenix. That was all right. Not bad. I definitely have The Rookie. Great baseball movie. Great, phenomenal movie. Rain of Fire was all right. It's a passing entertainment. Not a bad movie. Always great to watch a second time to validate your hatred for a movie. You speak true, CJ. It's true that I tend to feel like the second time I watch a movie is when I really solidify my opinion, whether I liked it or not. I feel like I need that second viewing. But I'm not going to watch Vanilla Sky a second time. So he obviously a big Scorsese fan, and I am not a big Scorsese fan. So maybe this is the opportunity for me to try watching Scorsese movies again. So I'm going to hold on to some of these, even though I'm not a fan. And I'm sorry for those that are like big Scorsese fans. It's just never. The only one of his movies that I even consider owning, well, actually, I think I own 2, are The Departed, which I thought was a good update of a really great Hong Kong movie. If you haven't seen Infernal Affairs, the Hong Kong version of Departed is way better. And so I liked it just because of the modernizing of that, I guess. And then because I like old movies, Color of Money is the sequel to The Hustler. So I love the Paul Newman of that, personally. Californication, worth a watch. You might not want to watch it a second time, but it's worth at least a watch. I got you. Pass. This is like smash or pass, right? Serpico, this is a movie that does not age well. Not a fan. Not a fan. They made a Garbage Pail Kids movie. How did I not know that? Who is in this? Mackenzie Aston is in this? That's hilarious. Nobody I know other than Mackenzie Aston. Sean Astin's brother, for those that don't know. Age of Innocence was excellent. I think I saw that just the one time, Gore. I may need to watch that again. Goonies, I think I own it, but I'm going to double check. I'm forgetting to look inside and make sure that the movie is actually in there, but it is. I got it. Bruce Almighty, underappreciated Jim Carrey movie, and I don't have it, so I'm going to add that. Okay, I'm going to go on a minor rant about movies like American Psycho, Fight Club, Scarface. Wolf of Wall Street would also fall into this category. The category is movies that stupid people idolize and then become trying to like mirror in their own lives. Like the people, I always was concerned when I went into somebody's dorm in college and they had a Scarface poster on the wall. It was concerning to me. It would be the same if I saw an American Psycho poster or a Wolf of Wall Street poster. This is of concern to me. And I think sometimes the wrong kind of mind idolizes these horrible people in the absolute wrong way. The culture built around the Wolf of Wall Street is troubling to me because we don't need more people like that. We really don't. Great movie, and I definitely own that one. You know I got it. John holding his own autobiography. Big Daddy. I don't own Big Daddy, and the girls haven't seen it, so I'm going to add that, although it looks a little scuffed. We'll see if we can make it work. Fight Club is an all-time favorite of mine, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, and I own Fight Club, and I like it a lot, especially for the structure of it, the conceit, the twists, the way they map it out. But the people that idolize, it really is troublesome. What about just a Wall Street poster? I mean, you know, greed is good. Greed, for lack of a better word, greed is good. What if you had a poster on your wall of Natalie needs a 90? I would rather have that roommate. I think I'd rather have that roommate. I do own Legends of the Fall. The movie that made me really question my sexuality. It's like Brad Pitt's really good looking in this movie. Any movie where you're like, there's a pretty lady in it, and it's Brad Pitt. Let's dive deeper here. Oh, as if we're not diving deeply enough. I own this. Actually, I have a really nice special edition of Master and Commander. This is a really great movie. One of my family's favorite watches. Yeah, I think CJ, I think Adam Sandler definitely gets a bad rap because his movies are lowbrow, I guess is the nice way to say it. But his movies make a ton of money because they're just fun, right? I mean, they're just fun. They're just fun. No. This was a very interesting adaptation of The Shining, but no. Stanley Kubrick or bust on that movie. Not most of the time, just on that one. Jeepers Creepers. Oop, and we've hit it. The Raging Bull. We are definitely deep in the Scorsese weeds here. I need to rewatch this because I don't even know that I ever finished it. That's how much of a Scorsese not fan that I am. So I'm going to keep this and rewatch it because I do need to finish it. Oh, I'm knocking stuff over. I got to straighten these piles a little bit here. I mean, I definitely own Willow. So I'm good on that one. You know I'm good. Hairspray. John Travolta's Hairspray. I'm good. This was a fun movie, Gosford Park. A good, like, British, you know what? Charlie will love this. The murder mystery in this? Yes. This is a definitely Charlie pick there. Versus Pass on Wesley Snipes' Murder in 1600. Pass. You know I own Born Identity. You know I got that. This was a good drama. Very depressing, but a very good drama. The cooler of an era, right? Of an era. I got Daymares in the chat, and I saw his comment. I just want to highlight it real quick. He says, we need to talk about some trades. I need that Garbage Pail Kids movie. Okay, I got you, brother. I got you. I'm not doing anything with these. The ones that I don't want, I'm just going to check them and make sure they've got the right movie in them, and then we'll figure it out. What is up, Weapon X? Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Jeepers Creepers scared the bejesus out of me. Do you keep all the cases or do you do something else? I display them. I've got some shelving in my living room where I've got the movies, but depending on how many I keep, I might run out of space. I may need to like reevaluate how I'm storing these because I'm near capacity right now without adding these in, which is partly why I'm being so hard on them. This is a weird version of Lego Movie, but I own the Lego Movie, so we're good. We're nearing the end of the box. I would say we've got 2 stacks left here. What is this? Captain America First Avengers collectible. I don't know what this is. Let's see what we got. I'm worried this is like going to explode on me or something. Ooh, some pins. Ooh, a Hydra pin. That is cool. That is cool. I'm going to definitely add. I've got most of my pins on, so I'm going to keep this Hydra pin. That is dope. Thank you, sir. Add that to the pile. What do you got here? Sorry, I got Journey hanging on there for a while. Master and Commander novels by Patrick O'Brien are excellent. My mom loves them. She's read them all, and I've got the first one. I think I haven't read it just yet. Click is an underrated movie. Spanglish sucks. I agree. I can see that. I love 50 First Dates. I think 50 First Dates is great. Threw out all the plastic cases, took all the inserts, and keep all the discs and binders. I've definitely know people that did that for sure. Came from a mystery box. I have one. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Hail Hydra. Yes. Ed Burns is very miss and occasionally hit for me. So this is a miss. Keep it moving. This is a hilarious movie. I don't know how well it's aged, but I remember thinking it was very, very funny when I first saw it. The Ref, and I own it, so I already have that one. Along Came a Spider, solid sequel to Kiss the Girls. It's a good movie. I don't need to own it, but it's a very good movie. This movie's so funny. Don't come in here, Dewey. You don't want none of this. The Dewey Cox story, Walk Hard. This movie is hilarious. If you haven't seen it, very funny. Tony, I'm nearing the end of the box here. Back to the Beach. What? Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello are back? No way. Great movie. Aaron Brockovich, big fan. Great movie. This is a solid entertainment. It's okay. It's all right. It's aight. It's aight. I don't need it. Too depressing. I'm not going to keep this. It's a very, very powerful, very, very good movie, but I don't need more of that. Speaking of movies that are I never need to watch again. No, I'm kidding. Tango and Cash. Come on. I loved this movie as a kid. This disc has definitely seen some better days. Ooh. Let's see if we can salvage that. These awful cases, the cardboard cases, ugh to the ugh. Hated these cardboard. There's a name for them, but not a big fan of these kind of cases. Annette Funicello, yep. Cabin Fever. Is this the one with what's his name? Thor? No, this is a different movie. That was Cabin in the Woods, right? Cabin in the Woods. Cabin Fever is different. Yeah, this is an Eli Roth horror pass. This is a bad Coen Brothers movie. I did not. How rare is it to have a bad Coen Brothers and Tom Hanks movie at the same time? It's called Lady Killers. It's right there. Don't do it. Deuces Wild. Meh. Il Divo. A film by Paolo Sorrentino. I don't know anything about this. Gore, do you know anything about this? It looks like an Italian film, maybe. I don't know anything about that. Never heard anything of that. Borinquen, que onda. That one is with Sean Hunter from Boy Meets World. Okay, there you go. Look at that old Blockbuster sticker on Walk Hard. Right? What is going on, gang? Tango and Cash is a classic. I agree. Do you have The Legend of Billie Jean from the 80s? I don't think I do. Oh. And here we got the last stack. We have reached the end of the line. gang. We've reached the end here. Let's kick it off with Platoon, which I'm fairly sure I own, but I'm going to double check. This is a great movie, a movie worthy of studying. Il Divo is a film about controversial Italian prime minister. Okay. No, it's not about the band. Tragic, Weapon X. Boop. Wah. I got the Tybo discs. Yes. John's going to get fit. Not true. King Arthur. Is this Antoine Fuqua's King Arthur movie? There's so many bad King Arthur movies. Really, just a lot, right? Let's ask Gore. Is Excalibur the only King Arthur movie worthy of watching? Is that the only one? I mean, I like the animated Sword in the Stone, I guess, a little bit. Is there any other King Arthur movie worthy of your time beyond Excalibur? Just a question. Cheaper by the dozen. I mean, I love a good Steve Martin movie. But no, I don't need another. Pass. The Holy Grail. Oh my gosh, Adam. You're so right. I didn't even think that. What? Wow. I didn't even think about Holy Grail. Because it is an Arthur movie. That works. Home run. A+, sir. A+. Puerto Rican says, I don't even think there's one. Ooh, Carrie is in the chat. What's going on? Officially Unofficial Geek. She's nominated for a Comic Community Award. You should definitely support Carrie. Make sure you do that. Click on her name or type in her name and go search it out. First Night. I mean, another movie where the sexy men outshadowed Julia Ormond again, right? Right? You love the movie Blow. It's not for me. Not for me. There's always Camelot, John. All right. Maybe. Not a fan of Pee Wee Herman's best performance. Oh, you guys are killing me. Another copy of this, and I own it, so we're good. No worries there. Ooh, wow. Powerful Clint Eastwood directing movie here, The Mystic River. Wow. I don't think I own it, but would I ever watch it again? I'm going to think about that. 40 Days and 40 Nights. I'm good. I actually own this movie. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Down with Love, but I think it's a very funny throwback to the old 50s sex comedies. And McGregor and Zellweger are hilarious in this. And it's even got from Frasier, his brother Niles is the other guy on this, and really funny. And then I think Agatha is in this too, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's Sarah Paulson and David Hyde Pierce. Really funny. This is a funny movie. I really enjoyed this one. Carrie likes it. Okay. No, I didn't. Borinkin. There's a link in the chat for Thomas, and it's Zabraninsky, I think is how you say it. Zabraninsky. And he's a member in our community. I've purchased a mystery box from him during Comics Curing Cancer a year ago, and we just chat on Instagram, and he's getting rid of his DVD collection. He just sent it to me. He just sent the whole box full of DVDs. He's like, here, I just need it out of my house. So boom. These two Def Comedy Jam classics. I got Dave Chappelle, Steve Harvey, Martin Lawrence, and D.L. Hughley. Wow. Old school Def Comedy Jams. I might need to hold on to those. I got to watch some of that again. And then I own Edward Scissorhands, so you can count on me for that. I got a nice special edition of Edward Scissorhands because, as people tease me, I still think it is. I think it's Tim Burton's masterpiece. Of all the movies he directed, it's Beetlejuice and it's Edward Scissorhands for me that are his masterpiece. Because, spoiler alert or shocking twist, he did not write or direct Nightmare Before Christmas. Otherwise, that would probably be my pick. He just produced it, and it was an idea that he had, but he didn't write it, he didn't direct it, so I don't count it. Versus Edward Scissorhands is just, for me, it's like the pinnacle of his creativity. So that one's the one that ranks the highest for me, although Beetlejuice is right there neck and neck. So that's it. The box is empty. This is the box that this all came in, this massive box of movies. Thomas I mean, thank you, sir. I got a huge stack that I'm almost guaranteed to be keeping. I got a stack that I'm probably going to go through, sort, and donate, or talk to Adam from Daymares to see if there's anything he really wants to trade for. So definitely some goodies in here. A lot of gangster stuff. I love all the Scorsese gangster era stuff. A lot of comedies, a lot of 90s goodness. So some classic stuff going on in here. Weapon X says, yeah, hold on to those comedy ones. They're starting to take our freedom speech. We come from those videos. Well, then they need a DVD player to be able to play any of that. Tim Burton wrote the book that Nightmare Before Christmas came from. Exactly. Yeah. Never watched Scissorhands in its entirety. It's a hard movie to watch. It's a sad, tragic story for sure. Beetlejuice, Beetlegeist, right, is a great one. So, wow. I got a bunch to clean up in here. I got a soccer game coming up for my girls in a little bit. So that's going to be my day. I'm back on YouTube tonight with Dan, and we're going to continue to celebrate our friend Jennifer. Comics Will Break Your Heart, and drop the link to her GoFundMe. It's in the description of this video, but I'm going to drop it again right now. I think I've still got it saved. Yes, I do. If you don't know Jennifer, Comics Will Break Your Heart. She's going through cancer. She's an amazing community member. We are almost halfway to her GoFundMe goal, and it's only been like 5 days. So she's incredible. You guys are amazing. Anything you can do to support her in this journey. She's a great person who needs some assistance for all the medical bills she's piling up now. So, you can certainly donate, would be amazing. But if you can't, I totally understand, but you can share, right? We can share it out. We can let people know. If you're doing a live stream or you're making a video, you can put that on the end of it there and help share it out. And we'll get her to where she needs to be, which is beating this horrible thing. Much appreciated. Let's see, John, wear your whistle. I don't know what that means. There are many Adams in our community. It's easy to get confused for sure, Adam. I meant this Adam right here. And if you count Bear Island, yeah, he's not really. We don't count Bear Island anymore. So I meant that Adam. Daymares is a collector of physical media, and he also sells stuff on eBay. So he might want a ton of this for himself if I don't take some of this gear. I don't know if Wolf is going to join us for the sipping, but it's Dan and I, and we're talking movies later. I'll show you the, let me see if I think I've got an overlay for it. Let me load it here. I'll load the background for you guys. So tonight, Dan and I are going to be talking about what we call blank check movies. And blank check movies are basically times when a filmmaker or an actor has been able to basically make any movie they want with no oversight. And here's a few examples. There's a lot of times in which a filmmaker has basically been able to write their own check. Maybe because they had a big success and a studio can't say no, or maybe there are big stars involved and the big star can do whatever they want. Battlefield Earth with John Travolta comes to mind. So it's probably going to be a pretty harsh look at these kinds of movies because usually they're disasters. Usually it's not a good thing to have a myopic view. As much as we love the concept of an auteur involved and choosing everything, I think what often happens is without a sounding board, all the ideas just are not filtered at all. And you can often get a movie that's a bit of a disaster. I think good filmmakers work with the people they hire to do all these other jobs, and you get a film that is a more clearly designed, focused piece, as opposed to just a myopic, solo one view person, which is partly what I dislike, I think, about Kubrick in general. We're always sipping on the movie show, Tony. It started as drinks and movies with me, but then it's evolved into being scotch and celluloid, which is what Dan does. And now it's this new form that it has taken where Dan and I are just hanging out, talking movies and having a sip. So very likely that's going to be tonight around 6 or 6:30 my time, 9 or 9:30 Eastern. Thanks again to the people who sent me some really nice gifts and for the fun unboxing that you all got to hang out and enjoy. The links for those people are down below as well. So SVaughn 82 and Zabronsky Thomas is down below as well. So definitely subscribe to those people and then go to Jen's GoFundMe and either share it out or donate if you can. I would really appreciate it. I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to get in. If I get into Kubrick, we're going to be here all night. But I'll happily talk Kubrick tonight, 9 or 9:30 Eastern. I've got it set for 9:30, but we might move it up to 9 if Dan's available earlier. All right, gang. Thanks so much for hanging around, and we will catch you all back here hopefully again soon. Bye.